Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready? 180? Mike 6. Silver. 36. Ready?
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Watch the twist. Check. Watch the edge. Check. 20. Hey, switch gears. Ready?
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A 1st down throw for Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st down, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Black 25. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike, check. 59. Watch the run. Watch it. Easy.
Jameis to throw it. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Switch. 20.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Watch the run.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Black 25 behind. Come up the ball. Watch tight.
From the red zone now, Winston. Now he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
20.
After the sack on first down, Newton trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, stop. Hey, alert 3. Undercrunch. Hey, 5 on the 50. Wait. Hot.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Throwing. Winston. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Great. I got it. Check 3. Check 4.
From the end zone, Newton. And they got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Stays on his feet. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Winston now to throw on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Jones. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Wait. Alert flare.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Winston. He's got Evans. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Let's get out the field, D. 198, watch 98, 98's the mic. Check. Easy. Follow. 198, watch 98, 98's the mic. Pick me up, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Complete to Jones. And he's in. to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check Mike, 6, Mike.
Here's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Michael Palardy now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
He's got a 1st down past the 30, and he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 81 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Mike six. Mike six. You better be afraid of me.
Second and 10, Newton again. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Like nine. No chance. Under 8. Under 10. 10. 20. Check.
Newton to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A gain of 32 that time.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Flip it. Green, triple team. Ball trot. Easy.
Jameis now on first down. He'll let this go for the end. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It's going to be a long 20. It's going to be a long.
Off play action. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
5 down. Stand up in.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones taking it in. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 2nd and 10, Newton. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Great. Orbit. All day, baby. All day. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Let's go. Mike 6. Gun. 6. Hey, tight. He's coming. Gun. He's coming. Double up. 61. Max box. Right. Delta. Hey.
Newton on first down. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. Incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and short. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Devin White drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Slam, slam. Hey! Quick there.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
SOS. Easy. Hey. Pump. Sonic.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No. Off. Check 3, check.
Now Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. Show it up.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And some room to work. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
98's the mic. Get your swerve on. Easy. 98's the mic. Watch the slap. Let me go.
Jameis to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
20.
To throw again on second down. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Great.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady. 54 Mike. Man, I got you.
Winston here to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. T.J. Green with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by D.J. Swearinger. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Hey! Yo.
To throw is Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th.
Don't get nervous.
On 4th down, Newton. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Ready? Flag 22. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. K1 short. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll try the right side with Jones. So fire the cannons. It's a victory.